Scorpio. If your eyes have landed here, this is not random background noise in the universe. Somewhere inside you, a small, steady voice has already been whispering that something unusual is drawing closer, and you clicked on this message because part of you is ready to hear what your intuition has been trying to say all along. A strange visitor approaches, and whether this presence arrives as a person, an unexpected encounter, or a powerful shift in your own energy, your week is about to bend in a direction you didn't quite see coming. Take a slow breath in, let it out, and allow yourself to simply be here. You don't have to force anything, you don't have to pretend to be strong. Just listen. Your soul will decide what to keep and what to release. You've been feeling it, haven't you? The air around you has changed in a subtle but undeniable way. Maybe the rooms you walk through feel somehow thicker with meaning. Maybe your dreams have taken on a more vivid tone. Faces you don't recognize but somehow know keep appearing. Or you feel watched over even when you're physically alone. Perhaps you've noticed repeating numbers, small synchronicities, a song playing at just the right moment, a message arriving exactly when you needed clarity. These are not accidents, Scorpio. This is how the universe loosens the soil around your roots before something new takes hold. The strange visitor is not here to spook you. This energy is here to interrupt patterns that have gone on for too long, to knock gently on the door of a life that has outgrown its old walls. When we hear the phrase "a strange visitor," the mind jumps to a person, a tall figure, a mysterious stranger, someone entering your life with intense magnetic energy. And yes, for some of you that will be true. There may be a presence approaching, someone whose energy feels larger than the room, someone whose gaze makes you feel both exposed and deeply safe at the same time. They might walk in as a mentor, a collaborator, a romantic interest, or even as an unexpected ally who appears when things feel too heavy. But for others, this visitor will not have a face at all. It may be your own higher self stepping forward, a version of you that has waited patiently in the background while you survived, hustled, carried burdens, and forgot what it felt like to be fully alive. Either way, this week is less about who arrives and more about what their presence awakens inside you. You've spent so long being the one who reads everyone else's energy, the one who senses unspoken tension, the one who feels storms long before they break. Now the focus shifts. The visitor, whether external or internal, acts like a mirror, holding up a clear reflection of where you are truly ready to grow. You may suddenly see how tired you are of repeating the same emotional loops. You may notice that the version of you who always settles, always rescues, always stays quiet to preserve peace, simply doesn't fit anymore. The energy approaching is not here to judge you. It is here to invite you into deeper honesty about what you truly want, what you truly deserve, and what you can no longer pretend is fine when your soul is quietly screaming for more. Astrologically, the week ahead glows with the energy of inner foundations shifting. It's like the cosmos is reaching into the basement of your life, tapping on the oldest stories you've carried about love, safety, money, and belonging. You might feel drawn to your home space, your family history, your childhood memories. You may find yourself rearranging furniture, cleaning corners that never bothered you before, or rereading old messages and journals with new eyes. This isn't random cleaning, it's energetic clearing. As if your soul is saying, make space, something is coming. I don't want to live surrounded by echoes anymore. When this visitor's energy passes through your life, it doesn't want to sit in a cluttered room of old beliefs. It wants to sit with you in a space where the truth can finally breathe. For some Scorpios, the strange visitor will appear as an opportunity that feels almost too aligned to be real. A job offer, a new project, a chance to move, a collaboration that suddenly makes your path feel sharper, more purposeful. You might receive an invitation that pulls you out of your comfort zone in the best possible way, a call, a message, a "we need to talk" that doesn't lead to drama, but to breakthrough. You'll know this energy by the way your body responds. Your mind might panic, but your chest will feel a subtle expansion, like your ribs are making more room for your heart. This is your soul's way of saying, yes, I'm scared, but yes. The visitor energy doesn't arrive to drag you somewhere you're not ready to go. It arrives to confirm that the part of you who has quietly prepared for a new chapter is finally being seen by life itself. Of course, big shifts rarely arrive without discomfort. As this week unfolds, you might notice that certain connections feel more fragile, certain dynamics more exposed. People who were once central to your daily life may start to feel strangely distant, like a radio station fading out as you drive further down the road. Old habits that used to soothe you might suddenly feel dull or empty. It's tempting to interpret this as loss or punishment, but in reality, it is recalibration. The strange visitor brings an incompatibility test. Anything that cannot resonate with the frequency of your next chapter will begin to feel heavier, harder, more draining. You don't have to force anything to fall away. Just pay attention to what feels like a constant uphill climb and what begins to feel like a quiet, undeniable click. This week also carries a powerful lesson about trust, especially self-trust. When unexpected energy enters your life, the natural reaction is to overthink, to search for hidden motives, to scan for danger. Your Scorpio radar is legendary, and it has protected you many times. But the universe is not asking you to turn off your intuition. It is asking you to refine it. Not every new presence is a threat. Not every strange feeling is a warning. Some are invitations, some are confirmations. The visitor energy may present you with a choice that doesn't come with guarantees, but it will come with alignment. You will feel the difference between chaos disguised as passion and peace that feels powerful, not boring. The question is, will you trust the subtle, steady signal of your own body more than the loud echoes of old fear? As the days unfold, you may find moments where time seems to slow down. A conversation that feels unusually deep, a glance that lingers longer than it should, a quiet evening where your thoughts suddenly snap into clarity. These are threshold moments, tiny doorways where you get to decide how much of yourself you're willing to bring into the light. The strange visitor doesn't just show up to change your week. They show up to ask a sacred question. Are you ready to be fully present in your own life? Not halfway in, halfway out. Not available for everyone except yourself. But truly here, with your feet on the ground. Your heart not hiding, your voice not watered down for the sake of keeping others comfortable. This energy wants nothing more than to see you stand in the fullness of who you are. And yes, Scorpio, with new energy comes responsibility. If this visitor opens a door, whether to love, to abundance, to healing, or to purpose, you will be asked to step through it with intention. That means saying no where you used to say yes out of guilt. That means resting when your body sends its early warnings, instead of waiting until you collapse. That means communicating honestly, instead of trying to manage everyone else's emotions while ignoring your own. The universe is not just sending you a sign, it's sending you a mirror. You are being shown what you are finally ready to receive, and also what you are finally ready to stop tolerating. Both are sacred. Both are part of the shift. If you've been waking up at strange hours, feeling waves of emotion with no obvious trigger, or sensing that your life is about to change without knowing how or why, take this as reassurance. You are not losing your mind. You are tuning in. Your nervous system is recalibrating to a new reality, one where you are no longer living on old scripts written by fear, scarcity, or survival mode. The strange visitor is not coming to write your story for you. They are coming to remind you that your pen has always been in your hand. You may feel tired this week, but beneath the tiredness there is a quiet kind of strength building. Like muscles repairing themselves after a long workout. Give yourself enough stillness to feel it. At some point during this week, you may be given a small but important chance to respond differently. To take the call instead of avoiding it. To say, This doesn't work for me, instead of swallowing your truth. To accept help instead of insisting you're fine. These are the micro moments where timelines shift. The strange visitor is not only found in the spectacular cinematic events, they are present in the tiny pivot where you finally choose yourself, in a situation where you would have abandoned yourself before. This is how a week changes forever, not always with lightning, but with a single honest yes or no that you'll look back on years from now and recognize as a turning point. And now, Scorpio, as we stand at the edge of this message, let this part sink in gently. What you've heard here is not a rigid prediction carved into stone, not a guarantee written by fate that strips you of choice. Think of this narrative as a mirror held up to a possible path, a whispered story from the universe about what might unfold when your inner readiness meets outer opportunity. This is more like a soul experiment than a fixed decree. If this message resonates, if something in your chest feels seen and softly understood, take the pieces that bring you clarity, comfort, or courage, and let them support you in the days ahead. If parts of it do not fit, let them drift away like clouds moving across a wide sky. No resistance, no fear, just release. The real magic has never been in the words themselves, but in the way they awaken the power that already lives inside you. Your intuition, your capacity to choose, your right to transform your life from the inside out. So as this strange visitor approaches, whether as a person, an opportunity, or a new version of yourself, remember, you are not powerless, and you are not unprepared. You have been training for this without even realizing it, through every heartbreak, every closed door, every moment you thought you wouldn't survive but did. The week ahead does not arrive to break you, it arrives to realign you, to show you what happens when a Scorpio who has carried so much finally begins to walk with less weight and more wisdom. If your heart is whispering even the tiniest yes, honor it, breathe into it. Let that quiet yes be your prayer, your permission slip, your signal to the universe that you are ready for a life that matches the depth of your soul. And as you move through these days, know this: you do not walk alone. Something sacred walks beside you, and within you, with every step,